Hi everybody and welcome to my Unruly Housewife channel. Today I'm going to show you some of the results of the work that I've been doing in the doll's house. This used to be the bathroom. If you look on the Unruly Housewife Facebook page, you'll see comparison photos of like before and after with the two rooms that I've completed, and I'm going to talk about the rest of my work as well. So this is the old bathroom, which is now like a music slash craft room, arts and crafts room. I've painted the ceiling white. I've painted the wall white here. It's kind of a bit lumpy from some old glue marks. I did rub it down, but in the end I thought, you know what, as somebody said to me, perfection is not realistic, and I decided to just keep some of the imperfections in, give it a bit of character. There's going to be pictures and artwork on this wall that the Chadwicks have done, so that's fine. Don't know what this little bit here actually. Maybe we'll leave that. Maybe I'll put something on there. Not sure. Just kind of noticed that now. But the room is looking great. I'm loving it. If I do anything there, I'll just paint it white, I think. Yeah, and I've got this awesome thing that I got sent from America in the background because I thought craft rooms need a lot of storage. Don't we just know it? And I'm going to have like a craft table. Everything's going to get jiggled around, but this is really so you can appreciate the fabulous parquet flooring and the wallpaper. And I'm going to explain a bit more about my decorating when I come to the rooms that haven't been finished yet. Now we're going to go down to the kitchen. Oh, also on the wall, in the stairs up here somewhere, I've got an automatic light, and I've got one in the kitchen as well, hidden by the staircase, so that it comes on when it gets too dark, and if you move your hand inside you get some light. But they're not going to come on at the moment, I don't think, because I've got this light blasting on it from my camera, and I've also got daylight blasting on it. But yeah, there's the kitchen. Just come up a bit and you kind of look down on it. It's so cute, lovely flooring, which I absolutely adore. So I can tip this down a bit. Yeah, there you go. Stunning. Love the kitchen. Love the way it's come out. I'm so pleased with it. And obviously I'm going to get some more things and make some polymer clay food and things. But at the moment I'm just loving the kitchen. And same deal, I painted the roof, the ceiling and the wall in there. And I think it was really worth it. So now I'm going to take you to the other side of the house. This was the bedroom, and you know what, it wasn't ugly. I didn't dislike the bedroom. I thought it was great, but for a doll's, but it wasn't what I wanted for me personally. I wanted it to be a bit more grown up. So I've stripped everything out. I've undercoated this wall and that wall. They had weird bits of glue and weird stuff on them, and I've painted the ceiling and this wall. And by the difference I'm making between painting and undercoating is that I've gone over this one and this one with a different white, and basically that's ready now to be decorated. And I'm going to use, I'm going to use wallpaper that I've bought, doll's wallpaper, so it's really nice and small patterns, and I'm going to use felt for the carpet. And I've found out that felt is quite cheap to buy if you buy like half a yard. Boing. So I've bought all different colours, and I'm going to see how they work with the wallpaper because it's just not expensive, so it's worth doing that. So that's the bedroom. So these are the bigger rooms, so these are main rooms really. And downstairs we have, of course, the lounge. I'll put these out of the way for a minute. Whoops, punching my light there. This is the lounge, same sort of deal. I've painted the ceiling, I've painted this wall here in two coats, and I've just done undercoat on the other two walls. The floors are already kind of painted, and now I'm going to explain to you what products I've been using. I'm not sponsored. Don't get excited, I'm not sponsored, alright? Don't think, wow, she's making a packet on this. No, far too stupid to have done that deal. So these are the things that I have used. I used, because there was some bare MDF, I've read various things about, advice about whether you should use undercoat or not. I went with my gut and decided undercoat was a good idea. So I used this Rustin's Quick Drying Primer and Undercoat. It was thick and disgusting and just turned to chalk as soon as you started moving the brush. So it was hard going, but it has given a reasonably good effect, and I'm still glad that I did it. The walls and ceilings, the two outside walls in the other rooms, the two inside walls here, I did with, and the ceilings, as I said, I've done with this matte white Rust-Oleum again, actually, Universal all surface paint. Now this one's water based, this one isn't, so I had to use white spirit with it, and Dave said it didn't smell too bad, and he's pretty, you know, he complains about smells, so that was that. The little cracks and joins, not everything's filled, but when I did fill them, I filled them with this. So it's mixed polyfiller, and I applied it with, I used some polymer clay tools actually, because that's really good at putting things in cracks. I also used my fingers quite a lot. I don't know if it's bad for your skin. I'm sure it's possible that it is. But I used that to fill in all the cracks. And controversially, because it's white, I actually did the primer and undercoat first, so I could see the lay of the land, see where help was needed. You know, because sometimes paint sits in cracks, and where help was needed, I used that polyfiller because it's white. And then I did my top coat, and it seems to work pretty well. And I used these brushes. I used this brush, which I think is a 2.5mm brush, whatever that is in English, 3 inch. I used this brush, which is like a cutting in brush, which is incredibly long, and I thought would be a real nuisance, but actually it was quite good for reaching upstairs and things, and reaching the back of the doll's house, which is an awfully long way away. It's very fiddly painting a doll's house. And for those little places that I couldn't get into, I used this, which is an art brush really. I rubbed things down using this, which was a 3M 180. You could use a chunkier sort of sandpaper if you wanted, but this is nice for the, you know, especially between coats. I put my wallpaper up using this. I read a doll's wallpaper supplier, manufacturer, I'm not sure, saying use spray mount. I used it. It seems to have worked pretty well so far. What I would say is pay attention to the corners, because I think I tended to spray more in the middle. I laid my wallpaper in a cardboard box because this goes everywhere. I got it on my glasses. Oh my god. I didn't realise until it had dried, because my glasses were like laying off to one side, because I'm an old person, so I take my glasses off to look at things. And oh my goodness, this got on them and I could not get it off. It was a nightmare. So in fact I sort of rolled it off with my thumb mostly, but this anyway. Yeah, so put it in a cardboard box, keep anything you don't want sprayed out of the way because it goes everywhere, and give it a good old spray. Look at the instructions, and don't forget the corners, because although my wallpaper seems to have gone up really well, I can sort of see the corners coming away a little bit sometimes, and I press them in, they stick back, but they should be there all the time. So yeah, do that. I'm going to go upstairs again now, just for I was going to say something rude, so I'll just say giggles. Up I go. Whoops. And I'm going to show you something else that I've done. I'm going to ask you if you want me to make a video. Now, Leif Chadwick had horrible hair. It looked like a disgusting chunky wig with a big bouffanty bit at the back. He's an inexpensive doll, and I think they kind of wound a big fringe of stuff around his head and glued it on into a chunk at the back. I made a hat for him, but I felt like he should be able to live without a hat. This is Leif now. He's got kind of a buzz cut. It needs trimming, I know. This is his new hair. What do we think of his new hair? Are we loving it? Are we not loving it? This lighting is absolutely terrible for it. It's a little bit thin there, but I'm thinking parting, you know. I mean, I could fill it in, but I don't want it to look like a hairy helmet. What do we think? Leaf, it turns out, has no ears. His old wig was stuck on with big blobs of super glue. I carved the whole lot off with a Stanley knife, cut my thumb, and he had a bald head, and then I put glue on it. I did this effect. Tell me in the comments below if you want me to make a video about how I did his hair. And the fact that he has no ears is something that became apparent when his old wig came off. I'm like not that fussed about making him ears. I kind of think there are people without ears in the world, right? There's some syndromes that do that. I'm not 100% sure that I care. I might mess him up if I do polymer clay ones. Let me know what you think, and then I'll do exactly what I want to do. But I'm going to tidy his hair up a little bit. But yeah, that effect, awesome, isn't it? Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, leave your comments and questions down below, and bye bye.